Well, good morning everybody. Cedar Creek Homestead, this is Josie. Well, you see who's waiting for me to go feed them, so we're going to take a walk out here today and give them their food to scratch around on and eat, and they'll be happy campers. And I might get a little bit noisy simply because they haven't had their breakfast yet, but as soon as they get it, they'll be busy and they'll quieten down a little bit. So we'll walk out here, and it's a really pretty day. The sun is shining today, and today is Sunday. Normally Howie and I would have been in church, but you know, he's went on, and I'm not quitting church by any means, I promise, but right now, you know, the coronavirus hit our church pretty strong, and we've had a lot of sickness and 2 deaths in our church, and we're not ready to go back yet. So we're spending time listening to preaching online and music, and gathering strength from one another and from you guys. We thank you for all of the encouragement that you've been giving us. We sure appreciate it. And I'm going to get out here and give these little birdies some breakfast so that we can have a little chat. I see if I can give you a better look at some of our cows. They're up here, and they're expecting a little bit of yummies themselves. They've got hay that they're eating, and they're standing around mooing and relaxing and enjoying the Sunday. And Rosie there, that red white face, she is one of my favorites, and she was born on the farm when Howie's dad still had it, and I really loved her. She was such a cute little baby, and he gave her to me, so I named her Rosie. And Howie cut the tips, whatever it is they do, had to take the tips off of her horns because she used them as a weapon against the other cows. Now she's got one of the prettiest little babies out here. It's a beautiful little black white face. It is absolute gorgeous little heifer. I don't see it right now, but it may be laying down. Little calves get over there and lay down while their mamas are eating. And if I see her, I'll show her to you. She is absolutely beautiful. But this little cow right here, this was the last one last season to have a calf. She held on to the end. She kept getting out. Howie's probably already told you the story. But she had her first calf ever this last calving season, and it's a dandy little steer. He's being weaned now off of her, but she kept on getting out, and he said, I'm giving her just a little bit longer to have a baby, and if she don't, she's going with the older cows we had to sell. And we had some that never did breed, and there's not really a point of them being here if they're not going to produce. And so anyway, right at the last moment, we were out looking, and here she come out of the woods and bringing the prettiest little bull calf that we'd had in a while. So she got to stay, and we're looking forward to what she'll have to offer. And I don't think we ever really gave her a name. I'll have to think of a name. Howie went mostly by their numbers, but if one stuck out to him, he had coal miner's daughter, and he had one he called Loretta, and he's had just different ones through the years, and so she's gonna have to come. I'm gonna have to come up with a creative name for her. If I was closer, I'd show you her little steer that's being weaned right now. That's why she's up here close. She's still carrying on for him. So I told you the other day that that Hank, the cow dog, if you can hear him barking back there, He's a little puppy. He was a stray that Blade picked up from the farmer's co-op, and the kids were excited about him. But you know what? He is a chicken killer, and he's killed at least one of our turkeys, and that's something that Howie just never allowed to have on the farm, something that was here to help, and it ended up killing things. So after we had our video the other day and I introduced you to Hank, he killed 3 more chickens, and so he's in puppy jail right now. We have a lady that's supposed to come. If she doesn't change her mind, she's supposed to come and take him home with her. She doesn't have any chickens, and so he's safe as far as chicken killing at her house, but he'll have to learn to get along with a cat. So just, you know, I hate it so bad when we have to rehome something, because it's so easy to fall in love with all the animals, but he just is not going to be a good fit for us. We have to protect our chickens. They're food for us. They provide us eggs, and so we have to take extra good care of them, and the turkeys as well. And so we'll just rehome him to this lady and hope that he has a good life, but he's just not a good fit for Cedar Creek. And you know, sometimes that happens. We've had other animals that it just didn't work out for us to keep them. We had rabbits for a while, and we liked rabbits. We really liked rabbits, and they were easy to take care of, but we found that we weren't really eating the rabbit as much as we thought we would eat it. And so we made a decision. We were busy with so many other things, you know, other animals and the garden, plus how he was running a business and associate pastor of a church. We just didn't really have time for everything, and so we had to make some decisions, and the rabbits was one of them. But I'm not saying that rabbits is not a good thing. It's good for a lot of people. It just wasn't a good fit for us here on Cedar Creek. And so, you know, you have to make decisions sometime about things that either fits your life or it doesn't fit your life. And I've always wanted a miniature donkey, and they're cute, they're adorable, but it really, you know, other than having a pet, it just doesn't really fit for us here. And so we have to say, those are so cute, but they don't belong here, not for us. And enjoy, you folks that have donkeys on your homesteads. I love watching your videos and seeing them. They're so cute, but we just can't do everything, can we? We get too many irons in the fire, and we feel overwhelmed if we're not careful. You know, we want to have a peaceful life. We know that working on homestead's hard sometimes, especially if you have to work out in other avenues. So we don't want to overwhelm ourselves to the point where the homestead's just not relaxing to us. And I know some people think, well, how can it be, you know, hard work, and how can it be strenuous work and still be relaxing? But it really is when you find your piece of the world where God wants you, then it'll be relaxing to you, and you'll be able to enjoy working. You'll be able to enjoy sweating and getting hot. Maybe not enjoy so much being stinky, but even that, if you're in the place that God wants you, and you're at peace, and you're able to relax and enjoy and take care of the things that you enjoy taking care of, providing for your family, knowing that you've got everything at your fingertips. Maybe not everything, you know what I mean. The things that we are able to do. We can't grow all the wheat and all the things here that we need to provide bread and all of the other things that we consume on this farm. And you can't either, I would assume. But we need to try to be as sustainable as possible. The cows are down here eating their hay bales out of these hay rings, and got some chickens mixed in there with them that, well, they're not eating hay, but they're eating other stuff that they scratch around. You see that some of our little cows are laying down, content, gonna chew their cud. That's always a good sign. We've got another hay ring down here in the field. They're enjoying that. And here we got Mama with her little baby enjoying a Sunday afternoon meal. And we pan over. This is what Howie really liked. We come home from church and we had our Sunday dinner, and next thing you know, he was in there taking a nap. Sunday is just part of our lives, and for a little while it seems like it changed, but we'll get back into the swing of things very soon. Me and Blade and Cheyenne and Howie's family, we all went to church together, and friends of ours. And just this virus has kind of slowed everything down and made people fearful and scared. I was still trying to find Rosie's little white-faced calf, but I don't guess I'm going to be able to find her right now. Anyway, in a little bit it's time to Tex and Terry, my father and mother-in-law, they live right there in that house. And she has fixed Sunday dinner. I don't know what she's got fixed, but they called me and told me to come down. They've been babysitting me here lately, and I'm thankful for that. It's good to have good family. And we'll go see what they've got for dinner. The kids had to run some errands, and we'll see what Cedar Creek Homestead's going to have for... Do you guys say lunch or dinner? Blade and I had this conversation earlier today. He says lunch. Where I'm from in Arkansas, a lot of people say dinner. They mean lunchtime, but they had dinner buckets. What do you guys call it? Okay, guys. Well, I'm back. Remember that I told you that I was going down to my mother and father-in-law's house to eat dinner, and I asked you, was it dinner or lunch? And I wanted you to tell me down below. Well, I went down there for dinner, and my mother-in-law met me at the door. She had this kind of questioning look on her face. Well, when I got inside, my father-in-law, he was in Papa Tex. You guys met him on the last video. He was already in the bedroom taking a nap, and my mother-in-law had already forgotten that she had told me to come down and eat dinner with them today. So we just kind of laughed it off, and I got to eat a bologna sandwich. And there's not anything wrong with bologna. Me and Howie, we loved bologna. I still do, and we liked fried bologna. And we didn't always have a fancy Sunday dinner. A lot of times we had a really simple Sunday dinner, and then it was nap time on Sundays. That was the time for us to just, how I would call it, get in the Word. He named his bed the Word. He'd get in the Word and he would go to sleep and sleep the afternoon away. And I'd usually get in the recliner over here and do the same thing. Then we were refreshed and ready to go to church for Sunday night. And I hope everybody had a good day today, and you enjoyed your families and enjoyed all the things that you had planned and got everything done. Blade's going to edit the video for me, and there's one part where I just totally cut off and don't say anything. Hopefully he gets it cut out there and you don't notice it. But if you do, I'll just tell you what happened. I'm a very klutzy person. I have fallen off the porch. I've fallen up the porch. Amen. I've fallen down the side of the porch. If somebody's going to fall, it's going to be me. Well, somehow when I was filming for you guys and showing you the cattle and looking for Rosie's calf, I got myself tangled up in the fence out there, and I was trying to film, shaky as it was, and I had my foot caught on the barbed wire, and I was trying to get my shoe loose and keep myself from falling, all at the same time trying to talk to you guys without you noticing what was going on. So that just lets you know what kind of person that I am. I have trouble sometimes, so you're liable to find me doing all kinds of things to get myself in all kinds of sticky situations. But But anyway, I hope everybody had a good day. I'm thankful to all of you that are watching me and bearing with me while I get my bearings, while I get my feet underneath me, and I try to carry on what Howie started. And I love you. And as Howie always says, we're gone.